So what's up guys, your boy Aaron here, and it is Monday. So it's another day for the $5,000 profit account challenge, another week basically. So if you're just joining this channel, you don't know who I am. Basically, let me introduce myself. My name is Aaron. I make videos about forex trading, finance, building online businesses, and also self-development. So I'm also sharing my journey, my road to $1 million in funding in forex. Yeah, so it sounds like a lot, but it's possible because I've seen somebody do it in a year. So I'm also gonna do it. So I'm sharing the journey with you step by step, how I go through it, how you and I can do it together. So if you like that, you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'll give you 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So as you subscribe, also make sure to leave a like and drop a comment of your thoughts as well. So today is Monday. I've taken the first trade in the account, so I'm risking $40 per trade. So I've taken the first trade, and this week I decided to trade only gold, although in the I analyzed other pairs on the live stream. So this is the gold trade I've taken right now. We waited for this 15-minute structure to break first, and I took it in the 1 minute. So I'm aiming lower, so it's retracing back to my entry, so hopefully it doesn't go to a stop loss. So this GBP USD, I didn't take it, I just analyzed it for everybody on the live stream. This is the live stream that I usually do every morning, where we live stream Silver Bullet. So I analyze Euro USD and GBP USD, and they're both going in profit, even gold too. So I'm just watching. Let's see. This is my MT5. You can see I entered here. This one has $5 risk, this other one has about $35 risk. So together everything is around $40 of risk, and we're aiming $80 profit. That's times 2. So gradually we should be able to increase the balance, get above drawdown, and pass the account, get a payout as well. So I'll see you guys. I'll update you about the trade later on. So see you guys. Yo guys, so just few minutes after the live stream and the trade I took, I just finished eating. So I just checked the trade now, and I want to give you guys an update on the trade. So this is the GBP trade, as you can see, although I didn't take that trade. So let me give you an update on the one I took. You can see it hit stop loss. So hit stop loss. I've closed my MT5 already. You would have seen how much I lost. I lost about 45 on this trade. I think the risk was a bit too much. It was supposed to be at 40, but I kept it at this high. I think it now hit 45. So you can see the way the market behaved. It took out this low, it took out that high. It was ranging first. So now there's this fair value gap above here, which I think it will go to. So I don't know, there's one thing. Today is bank holiday. Today you can see Monday, and it is the US banks will be closed. And guess what's going to happen? This can lead to both abnormally low and abnormally high volatility. So you can also see usual effects: low liquidity, irregular volatility. So I think that's one of the things that affected this trade right here, because yeah. So my thoughts for this trade hitting stop loss is that I wouldn't actually say I did the wrong thing by entering a trade when it's bank holiday. That's because I don't really have much experience trading bank holidays. ICT himself didn't even say we should not trade bank holidays when I checked his Twitter. So I think I'm good in that area. The only issue for this trade was that the risk I was in, it wasn't precise to $40. I was at 45. So that's the only issue of this trade. So everything is intact. As you can see, this is the irregular volatility. It took out the still coming low again, so it might just behave anyhow. So I'm just avoiding today. So at least now I know to avoid or take very low risks on bank holidays. So I hope you learned that as well too. So we're learning. So what am I going to do now after my stop loss is hit? Am I still going to stay in the market trying to find a setup? No, I'm not going to do that. So I have other things to do right now. I even want to read a book. I want to read this book, Market Wizard. It's an interview with like top traders. Yeah, conversations with America's top traders. So it's very interesting. You learn a lot from real top traders, real ones. So and it's real. The book is old, but it's like very good. So that's what I'll be doing today. But for now, while I was eating, I was just watching YouTube video and just chilling. So after reading the book, then I think I have a website to build today for a client that I got last night. So I'll be working on the website. Maybe I'll show you guys how I build websites and all that. So that's just like a side income to fund trading and all that. So at least we'll have funds to get more profits, to get to $1 million, and hopefully get the payout that we used to get more profit from account and get to $1 million. So stick around, guys. Yo, what's up my people? So it is Tuesday morning, and the second day of the week. So yesterday's trade on gold was very crazy because it hit stop loss and ran down like so much. With it's like this is how much it came down, guys. Can you see? Like it was crazy. It just ran down so much. Well, so today I've taken another trade on the account. So I've taken another trade, and I told you guys this week I'm focusing only on gold, even though I'll be analyzing euro, gbp, any other pair on the live stream for other people who want to take trades using my setup, my strategy, silver bullet. I'll be trading only gold, even though I see a setup on any of all those other pairs. So this is the trade I saw on gold today. As you can see, we entered at this fair value gap after just after silver bullet time, just around 10 something. So that's where I entered a bit too early, so I'm in some drawdown right now. Price is even retracing a bit, so as you can see I'm losing $21. So you know the risks for this account basically that I set up is $40 per trade. So this Euro USD, yesterday's trade I analyzed on Euro USD went to take profit. Can you imagine? And I said I'm not going to trade this Euro USD. Even GBP went to take profit. So this is Euro USD. I analyzed this on the live stream, and it's almost at take profit. You can see almost it's at 1-to-1 already. I don't know. Trading is so funny. See gold now. See gold is going to my. You want to hit my stop loss, but I will update you guys on how the trade play out. Also this afternoon, I'm noticing something by 3:30 on the 1 minute time frame that is giving some nice moves. So I'll check it out today. I'll also show you. Let's see if it's going to play out. So just make sure to watch the video to the end. There's a lot of nice stuff I'll talk about in this video, so just watch to the end. So I'll update you guys how this trade plays out as well. See.
You keep Nigeria already. Because from Nigeria, it's something. How many percent? Rate them. On a scale of 1 to 10. That's a cheater. Say scale up. Rate them. Yes, now.
Yo, so what's up, my people? Good morning. It is Thursday morning. So sorry, very sorry I wasn't able to do a very proper video yesterday, Wednesday. That was because there's no light, there was no electricity in my parents' house. You know, if it was my house now, I have my own stuff, I would have like 247, but we're getting there. Definitely we'll get there. But I wasn't able to like even live stream yesterday because no electricity. I had to go out to one shop to just try to like find electricity to trade. So I took a trade yesterday. I would like to show you guys the trade, how it played out. And guess what, guys? I didn't take CPI was yesterday. So CPI was yesterday. So you know I don't trade in the morning when there's CPI. So I decided to trade the 3:30 strategy that I found out. Although it's not recent, ICT has been talking about it. So I just decided, I was just noticing it these days. So I took it on gold. So remember, we're trading only gold for now. Yeah, so let me show you guys the trade. This was the trade yesterday. This was 3:30. As you can see, 3:30 p.m. Then we had the reversal entry. Then I took it down. Yeah, so I risked everything on this trade. I risked the $40 I was supposed to risk. As you can see, this was yesterday. So I risked the $40, but the reason why you see 871 and 0.2 is because I was taking profit along the way, as you can see. So it retraced a bit, so I had to take some profit because I wasn't too sure. You know, I'm just getting used to this strategy, so it's best I just try to be safe. So I'm just taking profits along the way. So I ended up closing everything here when the market was about to close around 10 p.m. because gold used to close around 11 p.m. then to open back 12. So that's why I closed everything there. Then I ended up with the day with $79 profit. We just remaining small before we hit our $80. So this is still good. I'm still grateful for that. This is Thursday now. I didn't live stream because again there was no light, but now there's light now. So I took a trade though. I took a trade, but not exactly at our silver bullet time. I don't know, today I think this is something I did wrong this week. I feel like I've learned now that, okay guy, if you want to take, because I was kind of confused, should I take silver bullet trade or should I take the 3:30 trade? Should I risk all the $40 in silver bullet and also risk $40 in 3:30, or should I take risk $20 and risk another $20? I was confused. So I now decided, okay, I'm going to just risk $20 in the silver bullet trade. I didn't even want to trade the silver bullet. I wanted to trade at 3:30 with all the $40 risk. So silver bullet came and it was ranging throughout the silver bullet time.
that was 9 to 10. So you know, I still have permission to take it outside 10 o'clock. So it was around 10 to 10:20. I was still contemplating. So this way I later got in the entry. So let me open my MT5 so you can see. So this way I later got into the entry. I got in very late. I got in late because I was contemplating on whether to go in or not, and I was risking half risk, so $20. I've already taken one position off now, so I have like $10 or $12 risks on. I took the position off because it's reversing. I didn't want to like lose anything. This one is currently in profit. I'm holding it. I think I'll just hold it to like $40 or so. Anyhow, I don't really want to risk much on this trade.
So I've already made the mistake for the day. I feel like what I've learned now is that, okay, if I want to trade this particular strategy, I'm just going to go full risk or half risk at once. I will know before the time, instead of contemplating and missing strategy, entering late and trying to overmanage. So that's one thing I've learned. You can also take that home too. So 3:30 will come again, and I'm going to risk on 3:30 again. I'm going to go full risk tomorrow, full risk, full risk, full risk. So I've learned that. I think next time that this kind of thing happens, instead of taking my money, it's going to pay me. So this one, I'm just going to leave this trade to play out now. So as you can see, I'm going to leave it to play out. So I just left this one. I'm willing to risk $12 on this one if it goes. So instead of risking $20, I don't know, I just felt that way. So I just felt that way. So I know I'm not supposed to be trading with my feelings, but I think this was not going to hurt me. So let's just do. I've learned from it. Next time we're going full risk or half risk, you're going to know before the time. So I'll see you guys. I'll update you basically on this trade. Okay guys, so quick update on the trade I took this morning. So basically the trade went in good profit. If I had entered at the right position, I guess I would have hit like 40 people. Remember, I entered so late.
As you can see, I entered really late, like, so it hits SL, but I risked half position. That's $20 here, so it wasn't that bad.
So guys, so it is Friday, so I want to give you guys a quick update about the trade I was taking yesterday. I entered late, as I told you guys, and then also I took a 3:30 trade again, so it was 2 trades. So yesterday there's a lot that happened, a lot of lessons to learn. It was crazy. I tried to manage risks and all that, but you'll be learning a lot from what I'm going to share.
So this is the trade of yesterday. You see here, see, this is where I entered. You know, I was supposed to go in, I think around here very early on, but remember I entered late and I was risking small, so I just closed all the positions along the way. So I, at least at the end of the day, I ended up losing just around $20, which was still good because I wanted to risk half on that trade. Then 3:30 came. I was on the wrong side of the 3:30. You know, I'm still getting to know the strategy. So basically, I was supposed to wait for it to go below this low before I start entering. But I guess I started entering too early and I was on the wrong side. I think yesterday I lost around, in total, I think everything was around $40 because I risked half.
So that was it for yesterday. But the thing I learned from yesterday, man, I told you guys already, that if I want to trade this particular style, I should know it before time and know if I'm going full risk or half risk. So that's what I learned yesterday, and that's why I say I'm going to implement today. That instead of me even taking these 2 entry techniques as 2 different strategies, I want to take it 2 as my edge, like that is my strategy. So there's no need of even risking half because it works. If it doesn't work, or if I'm unsure, that's when I'll be risking half. But I've seen it work. The 2 of them work, so why even risk half? So I'm going to risk full positions. So this morning I say silver bullet, I'm going to open it. I'm going to take full risks. In the afternoon I'm still going to take full risks because both of them are my edge and they work. So silver bullet came today, this morning, and I did something, guys. I rushed into the trade. Yeah, I think this habit have been entering me small. I think that's not the way to learn. You actually have to get bonds before you learn, and today I actually got bonds for that. I rushed into it. When I rushed at the 1 minute, after that 15 minutes, I was supposed to wait for like 3 minutes or 5 minutes before I entered. I entered fast, so before I used to escape it, I will get in profit. But now the thing hits me and I've learned, so I'm happy about it, even though it's a loss. So I learned that today. So let me just show you.
This is it. As you can see, this is it. You see, the silver bullet came. I was supposed to wait. If I had waited 5 minutes, it would have broken this low. If it broke this low, I would have now entered a sell, but I didn't wait. I entered at the 1 minute, so I got burned. We're still in drawdown, but I believe we'll still get back up.
There's this afternoon again. I'm still going to risk $40. No need to be scared. I know it works. If it doesn't work, no problem. So that's just it. I'll update you guys in the afternoon. a lot happened last week. Please watch to the end starting from now, because there's a lot I'll be sharing with you guys and you'll be learning. So I told you guys I was going to take a trade in the afternoon, the 3:30 entry. Well, let me show you guys what happened exactly. So as you can see on my chart here, there was no entry at all. I didn't go in because I learned from my lesson. Remember, I have to see a proper structure break at 3:30. This was 3:30, but the structure didn't get breaking here, so I just left and I didn't take any trade. And again, that Friday I even went out in the evening. Yeah, I moved to my friend's house, who is also a trader. He's a good trader, although I just took a little footage. It's really cool. So that's just going to motivate you guys to work hard in trading. He doesn't have a job, he doesn't have anything, he's just a normal young guy trading. Now he has his own home, has his own setup, living. It was very nice. He was very accommodating on Friday evening and Saturday morning. So I just spent little of the weekend at his place. Okay, so now let's talk about last week. There's a lot of lessons I learned last week, and you can also learn these lessons. Very, very important. So let's start with Friday. I remember in the morning I rushed and entered the trade, so I ended up losing. But guess what? I lost what I wanted to lose, $40. As you can see here, total Friday loss was around 41. So I think that's just because of spread. But I lost what I wanted. That's what I want you to do as well. Like, even though you take a loss, a rush into a trade, just try to keep your risks constant. Don't try to leave your losers to run. So total losses for the week, before I even go into that, because we know last week was a red week, so because of some mistakes, switching of strategy and the rest. But let me quickly go over the lessons that I wrote down and that I learned last week, so you can also learn from them. So first of all, I wrote everything in my trading journal. If you don't know what a journal is something that you record all your trades, so it helps you to become better. Yeah, it shows you where your flaws are and everything. So how do you create this journal? So you can just use Telegram. Let me show you. So this is my Telegram here. You can see I just create a group or a channel, then make sure you are the only one. See, I just have one subscriber because it's only me. Then I just record my losing trades, my winning trades. I put the screenshot. This was the win for this week, and see on all the time frames. I just set it, then I wrote something about it, hit full TP, everything. Just write anything you want and just make sure you learn from it. But basically, we're talking about the lessons for this week that you can learn from. So I wrote them down already. So let me go through the lessons. So first of all, I was saying that you should always risk full. Like, if you have an account, $100 or whatever, even though you are trading a profit, which I recommend everybody to trade and use Alpha Capital, I'll try to make it the first link on the description so you can get your profit. So if you are trading, make sure that you are risking full. Like, just have a constant risk that you risk. Like for me, I said $40. I was happy I did that. You know that the only thing now, if you check last week, I was just having 45, 42, 41. I want to fix that. So that's the lesson that you can take as well. I want to fix. I want to make it 40 on the dot, because those $1, $2, $5 on top, they will add up. They do add up. So I want to leave it at, try to always calculate the risks very, very well. So if you're having $100, make sure that you're risking like $10. You know that if you lose 10 trades in a row, your account is gone. So that's the first thing. Then second, I also learned that if you have a confirmation in your setup, like for me, my confirmation on the London session is 15 minutes break. Wait for that confirmation, be patient. You know that there was a day, I think last week too, I didn't wait and I got burned. That was on Friday. So always wait for that confirmation. Then number 3, if it's still about confirmation, so the 3:30 strategy, basically, that one, I'm very, very happy that I took that loss on Euro USD on gold, because it makes me to know that, okay, for this type of entry strategy, I always have to wait for that 3 minutes, and it works. I just have to be waiting now. Next week it's going to be like very, very good. I'm very sure about that. So another thing that I wrote down, basically, if I say I'm going to stick to one pair, I should always stick with it. You know that I told you guys this week I'll be trading only gold, and guess what? I did it. I traded only gold, but there was just this one day that I included Euro USD on the 3:30 strategy, and I ended up with loss. So that's another lesson, that always stick to that one pair. So you see, Euro USD got me bumped again. But next week now, you know, the previous week I even had more Euro USD and GBP trades, but this week it was only one. So it's a gradual process. Even though you are making those little mistakes, over risking, not taking full take profit or leaving your losses, just gradually you start improving. As you can see, my own is basically improving. It was never, I think it was at the point I was doing all these things right, then that losing streak messed up my mind, and you can see the recovery process, everything live. You can see it first identify your mistakes, then try to gradually recover from it, and you make progress. Even though this week basically was a negative week, let me show you guys the P&L. So this was the trade this week, and you can see it was a negative 97. Even though there was a lot of loss and just one win, I'm still very grateful. I'm very happy because those losses are going to pay me in the future. Yes, they're going to make me money because I learned from them, and I'm going to stick to what I did. So if you take a loss, try to identify why. You see that on Monday was a normal loss. I didn't say there was any reason, but the rest losses, I know why, and it will help me in the future. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. We have learned from those mistakes and we'll grow next week. So we're going to pass the account, we're going to get a withdrawal. You know, I'm always saying this, so we're going to do it together. So I hope you follow your rules. If you don't have rules, make your rules and everything work out. So get your profile, first link in the description. Join the community as well, free community where you can talk and learn from other people. It's also the second link in the description. Make sure to subscribe if you're actually enjoying this content. If you want us to grow together, just subscribe, like as well, and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. So I'll always reply to your comments. I'll see you guys next week.